Welcome to Option Trades Today. I'm Tony the Bat Batista, and it's November 21st, 2023. Just a few days before Thanksgiving. I want to wish you and yours a happy Thanksgiving. And let's see if we can find a happy, profitable trade here. What's the first trade I'm going to take a look at? Well, first, we always look at what's going on in the market. So let's do that right now. Even the S&P is down $18.50, trading near the low end of their range, about $5 off of the range. The NASDAQ down 148 on a percentage basis. You can notice here it's down the most today. Russell down 14, Dow down 85. All the indices are down approximately the same, with the Dow being the strongest of the group. Volatility, look at this, in by 15 cents. If you were trading earlier this morning, you would notice that volatility was starting to creep up a little bit, 5 or 10 cents. Volatility down 10 cents right now, with the market lower, maybe giving some legs to this market, meaning that maybe the market doesn't go much lower today, or it has a very small, muted downside move, no velocity. At least that's what volatility is telling me right now. Bonds up 2 ticks, 115.28. You look on the side here for anything that's moving. You've got gold having a big day today, up a little over 1%. That's a big move of $26. Gold IV rank has come down pretty nicely too. Silver also in conjunction with gold going a little bit higher. Silver, I got to warn you, tough option markets in there. I prefer to stay to the equity side of things. Let's take a look at what's going on here. You know, I like to look for IVX 5-day change that's green. Very easy to see here because there's not a lot of green on the screen. And you know I like a high IV rank. And the first thing that hits your eyes here is this stock. And it doesn't matter what the name of it is, or if you've never traded it before. If it's got, in my eyes, if it has high IVX 5-day change, that's the implied volatility over the last 5 days, what's going on with it? It's going higher. I like to sell when that's going higher. And an IV rank of 76, well, you can see that's unheard of here. I mean, the highest you see is really 39 back in Kohl's here, and they have earnings today, or had earnings this morning. So let's take a look at the CRSP. And when you open up the January options, you should be looking at the bid ask. And when you go to right at the money, they're 10 cents, 20 cents wide. That should put a little bit of like, okay, let me take a look at what else is going on. And when you go to this area that we might live, the 10, the 15, the 25 delta option, and you see those out of the money options are also quite wide, 10 cents wide. And here you've got a market that's, 25 cents wide. And here you got a market that's 30 cents wide. This is probably not something I should trade. That should be an indication for you. Now, if this was a $600 stock instead of a $68 stock, maybe you could say, okay, you know what, those markets are good. But in a stock that's wrapped around $70, that's not something that I want to trade. So I have to throw that out. But one stock I did find that's a little interesting to me is MRNA, and I haven't traded Moderna in quite some time, down $1.89 right now. Let's see where it is on my list here. You'll notice that the IVX 5-day change is down about 1.5%, but the IV rank is good at 38%. So let's take a look at it on a chart so I can see what that volatility has been doing over the last couple of days, because looking at the IV rank of 38, that checks my box. Going down 1 or 2% over the last 5 days does not check my box. But look at Moderna, relatively high over the last couple of months of an IV rank. We had this big spike here back in October. But you know what? To me, the options look relatively rich. We don't have to worry about earnings coming out. There's no earnings coming out until February. So my only decision now is Jan or Dece options. Since we like to put on trades closest to 45 days and take off trades closer to 21 days, I'm not going to look to put a December trade on today. I'm going to look to put on a January trade. Now, when I take a look at the markets here, when I look at the out-of-the-money options, they're 4 cents wide, maybe 7, 8 cents wide, 10 cents wide for those options over $3. Those are good markets to me, which means, you know what, I can get in at a fair price wrapped around mid-price. I can get out at a fair price wrapped around mid-price. So I went to look at putting some money to work here. I'm just going with a straight kind of Tom Sosnoff-like strangle here. I'm going around the 15 delta. There's no 15 delta here because it's $5 wide. So I'm defaulting to the further out of the money. I'm going down to the 60 put and the 100 call. This is a fairly delta neutral, although it will say short 2 deltas here because this option has 14 delta. This option has 12 deltas. I got filled at 227. It's 228 mid price right now. This trade has almost an 80%, 79% pop. It gives you about $6 in theta decay on your almost $2,900 or a little over $2,900 in risk. Your max profit is obviously whatever you sell it for. I was able to sell it for 227. My max profit would be 227. It does, like I say, have a negative 2.66 deltas to this trade. Now, what's a reasonable amount of money to make on this trade? You know, I flirted with selling the closer 65.95 and collecting more like 375. And now that I made the trade, I was kind of, since I hadn't traded Moderna in quite some time, and since it's been going sideways, I defaulted to the further out of the money, higher pop trade. I would have no problem with either one of these trades, the 65.95 or the 60.100. I might end up selling both just because, I don't know. I think I should have both of them on. The credit of 227 is good, not great for the amount of buying power I'm using. I say good, not great, because it's 59 days away. If we're looking to make 50% or trying to make $1 on this trade, it's going to take us probably 2.5, maybe even 3 weeks to make that $1. I suspect that I probably will have to roll up and down on this trade. I'm searching for trades just like you are. And Moderna, even though it's not something that I trade all the time, seemed to fit that bill the best for me. All right, everybody, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. I hope you take this opportunity of having the day off to enjoy your family and maybe even teach them or show them what we do here for free every day. Well, actually 6 and 7 days a week, because we are open on Sunday for an hour, and we do have programming on Saturday. Show them everything. You can do it all for free at tastylive.com. And then I hope you support us. Show us some Thanksgiving love. Be thankful for Tasty Live by opening up an account at tastytrade.com. Take advantage of bringing your account, moving your account, or opening an account by some of the great perks that we have. That's dollar bills that we give you back just for moving, transferring, or opening your account, and help us support everyone here by keeping the lights on.